you people are doing. Today we are going to see how to develop a .NET Core application in Visual Studio Code, and we are going to create the project completely from CLI, command line interface, and we are going to do a lot of steps with that. I'm going to introduce you to a few more extensions which I'm using personally. I'll show you that as well, and let's get started. So hope you people have already downloaded Visual Studio Code. If not, please download it from official website, and make sure you download the Mac Universal. Okay, and I would also like to show my operating system, because I've seen many people complaining about debugging is not working in Big Sur in Mac M1. So I'm going to show you my system operating system version over here, which is version 11.2.3. so hope you have something greater than 11.2, and yeah, let's get started. So first thing is open terminal, and so how are we getting this is because there is a extension called omizsh, this one. So if you install this, you will get a different kind of a terminal. There are many things that you can do with this, so it looks completely new as a terminal. So if you have not installed, that's still fine. We can go ahead with whatever we have. This is not something which is mandatory. Okay, so let's see where I'm located. So let's go to development, and so these are the folders which I have created. So this has just one folder, so let me create a new one. Net Core POC. So that's going to be my application that which I'm going to demonstrate to you. So here we are going to create a solution, but before that, let's see what's the version which I have. So the version is 5.0.2. The point to note is .NET 5, which we got it recently. .NET Core has been renamed to .NET 5 because maybe Microsoft wanted to continue with .NET Core because of the reach which .NET Core has received due to its cross-platform compatibility. So .NET 5 is actually nothing but .NET Core. Okay, so let's see what does this hold. Earlier, for the previous versions, if you just type in .NET new and -h, it displays all the commands, but then now it got changed a little bit, so you have to type in ls, and this is how we get the information. So if you are going to check in the files inside the GitHub, then make sure that you install, or you just create a gitignore file, okay, for this folder. But anyways, I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm going to start with the console application. Okay, but I'm going to show you some wide range of work here with this console itself. So let's say .NET new console, and so first thing is we have to make sure that the solution file is created. Okay, because the solution is very important. So just create .NET solution. So it will create a solution file for you, and if you see, the solution file is already created. So next step is .NET new console, and you make sure that you output -o stands for output to a folder called netcore POC. That's nothing but I'm going to create the folder inside folder. Yeah, so if you see that it has created one more folder called netcore POC, which is nothing but a project folder. So now let me show you here in development. Here if you see this file, right, there won't be anything actually, any references to the there won't be any references to the project. So we need to add that from here to here. So to do that, what we have to do is .NET add .NET SLN add netcore POC. Okay, so this will add the references to the CS project. So now if we open and see that, say here, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so now what we'll do is, let's go inside this. See here, we're able to see this project. Now whenever you open the Visual Studio Code, you will get this information and say yes for that. Don't mess it up with anything else, just say yes. So what will happen is this .vs code folder will be created. That's going to help you to do the debug. Okay, and one more thing is, still Visual Studio Code is not running as native for ARM. It is going to use Rosetta for doing all the debug activity. So make sure that whatever the support they have done so far, we have to encourage that, we have to motivate that, and make sure that we are aligned with the procedure which they are asking us to follow. Okay, in case if you missed that, I'm just showing you the task.json file. Okay, just make sure that you have to type in this entire thing. I suggest you not to, but just in case you missed it, so you don't have a choice, but you have to create this launch and task.json by yourself, right? Okay, so so far I've shown you for a single project. So what in case if there are multiple projects that if you want to do the reference to? So let's go back to this this directory, and here assume that I'll create one more class library. So .NET new class lib and -o, and this is new class lib. So the new class library is created. Now you have to refer this inside this netcore POC.cs project, means this is the core project. Actually this is a starter project. So how are you going to do the reference? So for that, .NET add reference, make sure you are inside this folder. So if you see this, you are in the root level, actually in the solution level. So you have to just navigate inside netcore POC, and here .NET and reference and to the CS project. So I mean the library, class library. So how are you going to do is just go one step above, and then net new class lib dot cs project. Sorry, new class lib, because when you go one step, you are here. When you go on step, you go here, from here to here, and then inside this, so you have to refer this, and inside that project. So yep, it got added. So let's go and see what does this. Yeah, you can see this. So that's what I'm talking about. Now let's quickly create some classes and see how the debugger works. Before that, I would suggest you to install few extensions if you have not installed, which is nothing but anyways you would have installed C# because you would have done some experiment with that. The C# extension is the one, sorry, this one. C# extension is the one which helps you to create on the fly class files like this. New class file, say here action, interesting action. So that's the file which I'm going to create. So the way you got this new C# class, enum, interface, all these things. Okay, so to get this list, I mean the reason it's duplicated because I have multiple extensions, multiple times the same extension, this one and this one, so I'm going to uninstall this because this project is no longer under development. Let's go for this, and if you can see here, maybe I need to close this and let's open it again. See, the duplicate is gone. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is let's refer to the system namespace and let's get started. Action string method handler, inside that void invoke action, and let's get the values applied, and here method so let's create the print method. I'm just doing the function pointer for this print method. So let's do the string interpolation and say okay, let's just do some decoration here. Okay, here let me write white line, and inside that invocation method invoked, method completed. And here we are going to pass in the value of this. Done. Let's say this here. It's going to remove this. Interesting action. let's call the invoke action and pass the value is going to be hey buddy. Okay, suppose if you want the breakpoint to be hit, let me just show you something without the breakpoint, and then let's get into things. So oh sorry, I need to get a level inside because I'm in solution. You cannot run the project in the solution way. You have to get inside the project in order to run the project. So here, let's run it. Remember, this is running with Rosetta. There will be a slight delay. We have to accept that till they release .NET 6.0 because Microsoft has agreed for supporting Mac M1 natively with .NET 6.0. Okay, so till then we have to adjust this. I don't think so it's a big delay. This is absolutely fine with some wrapper around. Okay, so let's have a breakpoint here, and if you want to run the build the application and hit the breakpoint, you can do it as normally as you can, because the reason is because we have done the project on the right way, so they should work. See, you will be able to see, you can debug it, you can watch it, you can do everything as usual. And I feel that compared to Visual Studio, if you are not going to use Visual Studio extensively, Visual Studio Code is much powerful because of the lightweight, and it does work whatever is required. So yeah, hope everything is working fine. So you can do something similar with the referred class library here, and still this works because this is already in reference as I've shown you. So that's it. If you have any queries, please drop a message in the comment. I'll try to answer those. Thank you.